Hello. Are you guys having a good time? I'm Grace, and this is Chris, aka Molly Watt. I was in the group from 2000 to 2004, and Molly Watt was
in the group from 1993 to 95.
So we just wanted to thank you guys so much again for coming out and supporting us. And I was just going to tell you guys a little bit more about our music and where it comes from and why so much of it is South African, actually. So in 1993, a Stanford grad named Amy Beale was murdered in Cape Town, South Africa. And Talisman, which had only been around for a couple years at that point, became quite good friends with the Beale family. And it was the Amy Beale Foundation that has really helped fund and support and organize 4 trips after that to South Africa to tour Cape Town and the local townships. I think, Chris, you went with the first year in 2000, the first group that went, and I had the honor of going in 2004, and life-changing experience for me and 19 of my best Stanford friends. I remember the day we first got there, we went to an elementary school in the morning and were greeted with, the entire school came out and greeted us in the playground and sang a song called the Keko Whanana Yesu for us. Full 3-part harmony, no direction, actually full choreography, which we can't even do. We practice that a lot and cannot coordinate that. So it was just really moving, totally impressive, and that kind of attitude of sharing music between the performer and what would be the audience is something that we experienced the entire week we were there. Whether we were at an elementary school, middle school, a church group, it was always, we would sing a few songs, they would sing a few songs. And it's that sharing that we've tried to bring back with us. So, Akeko, for example, is a song that we now sing and we have recorded. It's also the reason why a lot of our songs are South African and sung in Xhosa and in Zulu, the 2 languages that are spoken by many of the Black people in South Africa. So another really great experience was the song Be Like Him, which you'll hear the full alumni choir sing in a little bit. They're getting set up. Really near and dear to me, this song, because we ended up singing it at every performance just because the reception was so good that we couldn't pass up the opportunity. But every time we sang a song, people would stop what they were doing, jump up, run over on stage with us if we were there, start singing and cheering, clapping and dancing. One time we sang at a restaurant, another time at a textile factory during the workday, and they would jump up and start singing with us and dancing with us, and then they would, in their jubilation, dance out of the establishment, and then literally stop working for the rest of the day. The chagrin of the managers. It was quite funny, but really, really just a really moving experience. And that in particular has really touched me because it's that breaking down of the wall between performer and audience member that I thought was a totally different way of experiencing music. And we hope to bring that here to you tonight. So if you know, while we're performing, if you feel moved, get up, dance in the aisle, sing, clap. We don't want to sing just for you, we want to be with you guys, so feel free to move around. So thank you again so much for coming out. This group, this year's Talisman group is also going back to South Africa, and again we thank you because this event is going to support that cause. So.
Over the last 20 years, Talisman has sung over 300 songs in 20 different languages, and over that 20-year span have released 7 different albums. We're excited to announce today that a compilation of the best of those first 7 albums will be released tonight. It's called 20. It's 32 hand-picked by each era of Talisman that you saw performed this evening, have picked their favorite songs, their favorite stories to share with you, and for you to share with your family and friends. As Grace mentioned, so many of these stories are so important to us, not because of exactly specifically what it's necessarily because of its specific origins or who it was sung for originally, but how it relates to our lives and how it relates to the human experience. A couple of stories that I want to tell are about a couple of additional songs. Keep Your Lamps, which is a spiritual, was actually the very first song that was sung at our first dorm show in 1990 in the Kai Theta Kai house. back in the day, 20 years ago. I'm feeling kind of old. Another song that brings special meaning to us is Senzenina, which is a funeral procession song, traditionally a funeral procession song, that was sung at Amy Beale's memorial service in 1993. There's a song that has special meaning to me, Wanting Memories, a song that commemorates the memories of those who have left us. It's a song that was originally sung by Sweet Honey in the Rock, and it's a song that I shared with my family at my grandmother's funeral. So I invite you to take these stories, take the journey with us, and share in this music, because I think it's really important music to share, to experience, and to laugh and to cry with. I think that's part of the reason why we're all here to share with you. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce over 20 years of Talisman alums, 100 total at least, who came all the way from Rome, Berlin, Korea, Denver, New York, Palo Alto, Santa Monica, all over. So please, put your hands together for Talisman.